What am I?
I had to watch filler for 40 minutes. What was this episode? Like, this is the final season of this show. We are supposed to be honoring basically the last 10 years of this show's legacy. Why are we doing filler? Like, I'm honestly amazed that my attention span was able to sit me down and sit through the entire 40 minutes of this show. Why are we doing filler? Like, I don't understand what the Flash writers are attempting to do. Are you trying to save Reverse Flash and Savitar and Zoom and all of these characters, Jay Garrick, all these characters for like the last 3 episodes? What's going on? Because if it was me, like if you were like, hey, what would you do for the Flash rewrite? I'm bringing everybody back. If you've ever been on the Flash, I'm bringing your character back so that we can catch up with you, so we can see like what your character been up to. Where's Cisco? I'd have had Cisco back and been a part of. I'd have contacted Carlos Valdez and I'd have been like, yo, look, I know you left like 2 seasons ago, but would it be cool to come out? We'll fly you out. You can do this entire season, you know, final season, just honoring the character of Cisco, Ramon, and Vibe, and be a part of Team Flash again. Because then you get like this great dynamic between Cisco, the new version of Caitlin, which he would have a ball, like just being awkward around, and Chester. That'd have been great. Then you bring back Reverse Flash. Then you bring back Zoom. Then you maybe have a little bit of Savitar action. That's great. Bring back a Wells. Bring back Tom Cavanaugh. Not as Reverse Flash, but bring back Tom Cavanaugh as a Wells. Bring him back as Sherlock. Bring him back as what was the one that always did the thing? That was the Fraud. I can't remember his name, but I can perfectly see him. Bring him back. The one who sacrificed himself for Iris and let Savitar kill him. Bring him back. Bring back Harry Wells from Earth 2 so that we can catch up with Earth 2 and see. Even bring back Jesse Chambers. Where's my man who's supposed to be Wally West? This season is supposed to be about honoring the last 10 years of the Flash legacy. It's supposed to be about bringing back all of these characters that we loved and celebrating them. Bringing back Cisco and probably finding out that since he's been gone, he started a company like the version of him in Flashpoint, and he's now actually rich and he has a fucking family. Bring back Harry Wells to show that he's just been living like on his world, not doing much, enjoying the fact that Jesse's running around as being Flash. Celebrate the characters. But when you don't do that, and you're like, we're gonna shoehorn in Red Death, and then when we finish shoehorning in Red Death, we're going to like, first off, a side tangent inside of a tangent. What is Cecile's power set? Because 1 minute, she's the Marvel Girl version of Jean Grey. And then all of a sudden, when they need her for something big, she turns into the White Phoenix of the Crown version of Jean Grey. What? Figure it out. Where we at? Like, how powerful is she exactly? Because 1 minute it's like, okay, I can tell whether or not somebody is lying. The next minute it's like, I have full connection with all of the denizens within Central City. The individual you are searching for is on Louisiana Avenue, 13th block. He's on the 8th floor in apartment 6C. And it's like, God damn, that's pinpoint specific. What is this power boost? Also, Joe moves away, which we already knew was going to happen eventually because Excess basically says that 2 seasons ago that like he was gonna move to Boston, but he moves to Boston. But then he's like, yeah, but like, you know, you can just hop the train and go back and forth and be a superhero on the weekends. My man, why? She's the mother of your children. Take her with you. Like, nothing against Cecile. I'm just saying. What? Oh, I'm so upset. Because I really tuned in thinking that we were going to start getting the first hints of like the end game of this series. And I was about 20 minutes in when my brain clicked and was like, yo, we ain't seen Barry all episode. Damn, we ain't seen Iris all episode. And of course they let them show up in like the last 5 minutes because it's in Grant Gustin and Candace Patton's contract that they have to be in every episode of The Flash. And it's just like, the only person that can, in all honesty, save this episode for me is Chilbane and the new version of Caitlin, Keone. Because I'm interested in their dynamic. I'm interested in her powers and like that little revelation at the end where it's like, well, she's not even a metahuman. She's not even human. That's interesting. Where are we gonna go with that? Because I want to see where exactly her character is gonna end up. Everything else in this episode, I do not care about. None of it. Didn't care about them bringing back Homegirl, who's Discount Domino. Didn't care about them bringing her back. Didn't care about Cecile and Chester's girlfriend. That's literally like how my brain has registered her. They've said her name a ton of times in this show, and I've never made it past Chester's girlfriend. Even when she wasn't Chester's girlfriend, he was looking at her and like with like, you know, oh, she's really interesting. Like I'm like, you know, I might have a crush on her. I was like, okay, Chester's crush. Now it's basically evolved into Chester's girlfriend. Who's writing? What you writing? Because you're not writing anything that I want to watch. But for whatever reason, I'm locked in. I've decided to give you time because you're the final season of The Flash. Skip ahead. Like, I really feel as though I'm gonna stop watching and I'm just gonna wait until I hear somebody or see somebody post something on Twitter about the Reverse Flash, and I'm gonna be like, finally, I can just start at this episode because I can't do this. Like, if next episode is not even a filler, they're bringing Dream from Supergirl over, Nicole Maines, which is great because I liked her on Supergirl, and I thought that if anyone deserved a spin-off show, it would have been her, especially with the fact that like the dreamscape and like the nightmares and like her future self and her alternate reality self and all that was dope. Like, I was really interested to see where exactly that character was going to go. The character disappeared with Supergirl. It's great to see her back next episode. That's cool. Nothing else about this episode I care about. I don't give a shit about it. Doesn't matter. Like, this was a waste. This was a waste of a time slot, but which doesn't surprise me because there's a review of Gotham Knights coming, which is also another waste of a time. This is the last gasps of the Arrowverse, and the only thing that might have redeemed the CW this week is Superman and Lois, and that's another review that's definitely going to be coming. But yeah, you can skip this episode. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, no, don't give a shit. Like, it's irrelevant across the board. To be quite honest, I would say just tune it all out. At this point, I would say stop watching the show until you hear something about Reverse Flash. And then once you hear something about Reverse Flash, then come back and watch it. Because as far as I'm concerned, we do not care. That's the end of the episode. Let me know what you think. That's the end of the episode. I'm so out of it. That's the end of the video. Comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.